Hello everyone! We are live. Hi Dominique Young! Can you hear me okay? Because I'm not sitting right in front of the camera. I'm about to give Lucky a one-day-old chick. Hi Chris! Welcome to this live stream. Lucky is very screechy, but I will give her one-day-old chicks in just a minute, so don't worry about the noise. She will calm down. Hi LMF Vlog, welcome. I'm so glad you could join us. I'm just opening my laptop to follow your comments because I'm filming with my cell phone. Haha, I've almost opened up. Oops, I have to turn down my noise here. Funny. Okay. So, hello everyone. Please let me know if you guys can't hear me alright. I'm giving. Oh, Lookie's flying towards me because I'm giving her the food. That's better. Oh, is she? Yeah, she's gonna. That's better. Okay, hello Nicole. Brad, hi. Desai, Marzi, hi. LMF Vlog asks, how is your name pronounced? It's a lovely name to look at and I'm not sure, oh my god, reading it properly. My name is Elke in Dutch. So, but most Americans say elke because for them, apparently it's hard to say at the end of a word. So, but if you want to pronounce it correctly, it's elke. Hi Wolfie, I'm fine. I'm doing really well today, super energetic. But I'm really, yeah, I'm doing great. How are you? Dark Magic, hi! Welcome back to the live stream. Nicole says, I gave my thumbs up for the live stream already for you, Elke. Oh, that's so nice. Thanks. Yeah, LMF Vlog, you were saying it correctly. Wow, that's really special. Most English-speaking people don't get it. Fahad Sayed asks, how to confirm the gender of an owl? Well, you have to pull out some of the chest feathers of your owl and you have to send those to a lab and then they do some testing and then you can know for sure if it's male or female. Oh, Wolfie had the worst nightmare. Oh no, worst nightmare. I had school today. Oh yeah, school started again. How was your first day? Chris says Chibi wants to schedule a play date with Lucky, lol. Well, in my opinion, it would be fun, but Lucky does not get along with other birds because she's imprinted on humans. So, yeah, she's never been imprinted on other birds. So, yeah, they will probably just kill each other. Oh, school was boring. Yeah, I get that. I found school boring too. But you have to do it. Fahad Sayed asks, do owls get along with other pets? They can get along with other pets. If, I'm just gonna adjust the camera a little bit so Lucky stays in the frame. Owls can get along with other pets if you imprint them on the pet. So, for example, a cat and an owl can get along if the owl and the cat were imprinted on each other, because it's not enough to just imprint your owl on the cat. Obviously, cats hunt down birds normally, but if you imprint them, if you raise them together, they can get along fine. They can play. The cat will not want to eat the bird. And the same with dogs, rabbits. Yeah, you can totally make them get along, but only if you imprint them from a very young age. Chris asks, do you have deer in your country? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. In the north of Belgium, higher up, I would say the mountains, but they're not mountains, they're like hills or something. In Dutch, it's called the Ardennen. Um, that's a place where there are a lot of deer, actually. Hi, Melissa. Oh my God, I'm so glad you could join us. No, you haven't missed out on too much. Lucky is just eating, so I hope you can enjoy it. Wolfie asks, how old is Lucky now? About 7 years old, or maybe 8. I think she became 8 this summer, actually. I am losing count, you guys. Chris says, my owl was raised around 3 dogs and baby deer. Now they all can be on the floor together without any issues, just like Elke said. Yeah, that is so cool. JLo says, hi VH from Wales and from Oscar, Ma, Moo, and Louie. Oh, hi! Welcome to this live stream. How is the weather where you guys are? Because here in Belgium it has been raining since yesterday, almost non-stop. So I don't mind the rain, but I mean it's good for nature, but it's just so wet. Oh, Lucky is going to swallow the rest of her one-day-old chick. Do you see what she did there with her paw, with her leg? She pulls the one-day-old chick back out, and then she tries to swallow it. And I remember telling you guys that you should never pull the chick back out of your owl's beak, because in the back of their throat they have this hook, and you can damage the hook by pulling out the one-day-old chick. And if you do that, your owl will die. If you damage the hook, I mean. So sometimes it might seem like your owl is choking, but it's not the case. Your owl can totally take care of it itself. It will just pull out the prey gently, and because your owl can feel when it's about to damage the hook and you can't. So never pull out your owl's prey. It will totally handle it on itself, on its own, or how do you say that? Oh, JLo has 2 Barneys. That's so cool. Fahad Sayed asks, have you ever had a cat or dog pet? If yes, then who needs more care, cats and dogs or owls? Yes, I have a dog. It's a German Shepherd named Backup. He's in the garden right now. And to be honest, I feel like a dog needs way more care than an owl. Because you have to walk a dog. A dog needs a lot of mental stimulation, and owls also do need mental stimulation, but it's just different. You need to fly your owl once a day. If you count in the preparation, it takes you 20 minutes, maybe 30 tops. So you fly your owl once a day, and you can, I'm sorry for the noise, that's Backup playing with his toy in the garden. Besides the flying sessions, you can cuddle with your owl, but I mean that's not a lot of effort, right? And for the rest, you can go on hikes with it, but it's not, you're not obliged to. I just do it occasionally to, I don't know, to just make Lucky even happier than she already is. But a dog, you have to walk it 3 times a day or at least one big walk a day. You have to, depending on the breed, you have to give it a lot of mental stimulation. Like, for example, Backup is a German Shepherd. He needs a lot of mental stimulation. I do fetch games with him, searching games with him. I'm gonna give Lucky the second chick, alright? And she flew against the table for Lucky. So, yeah, I play a lot of mind games with Backup, obedience training, and he never gets tired. He wants attention all day long. So yeah, in my opinion, a dog needs more care, but you don't need, well, in my opinion, you need a lot of knowledge to own a dog, because there are a lot of people who own dogs and don't know anything about it, and they become very aggressive or they misbehave because their owners don't know how to be the leader of the pack. You know what I mean? They just spoil their dog and treat the dog like a human, and that always goes wrong. But in general, I think it's in this society, it's generally accepted that you can just buy a dog, you don't need to know anything. But to own an owl, to keep an owl, you do have to follow a falconry training. You can't keep an owl, you can't just buy an owl and be okay. It does not work like that. You have to know how to imprint it, how to train it so it doesn't become aggressive. You really need to know how to train it if you want to make it a happy owl, you know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, dogs take way more time, they take way more of your time. Owls take less of your time, but you do need more education to be able to keep one. So I hope that answers your question. Where was I? Because a lot of people are commenting, but that's great. Oh, and Lucky is going out of the frame, so I have to adjust the camera again. That's better, right? Okay. Chris says, speaking of rain, do you let Lucky take natural rain baths? My owl loves that. No, I don't do that with Lucky, but it's a good idea. I just never thought of it. It's not that I don't want to do it or that I don't think it's okay. I just never thought of it. So thank you so much for giving me that idea. Aw, JLo says, we have learned so much from you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Wolfie says, and in Polish, deer is pronounced Jelen? I don't think I'm pronouncing it right, but okay. LMF Vlog says, do you remove the yolk from the one-day-old chicks? I do most of the times, but as you can see, I didn't do it today because the yolk is laying there on the floor. Oh, Dark Magic! Did you win the lottery or something? Dark Magic donated again. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So most of the time I pull out the yolks, but today I didn't because there's a lot of vitamins in the yolk. The reason I remove them most of the time is because if you give the yolk every day, it might be bad for your owl's liver. It's kind of like eggs are bad for our liver. It's the same for owls. Melissa says it's been starting to warm up here. Oh yeah, but Melissa, you live in Australia, right? So it's spring now, and here it's gonna be fall soon. Hi, Owl Owl. Cool YouTube name. JLo says, my Oscar's best friend, other than me, is a big black lab and a collie. Oh, that's so cute. Sinan Kuruaglu or something like that says, my barn owl is aggressive. She is 4 months old. What can I do for it to calm down. She is not in the cage. She don't like I touch it. Well, Sinan, that depends. Is your owl a bred owl or a wild owl? If it's a wild owl, you will never be able to correct the behavior, because if the owl has been taken from the wild, it does not know humans and it is absolutely right to become aggressive. If it's a bred owl, then my question to you is, did you imprint it? If you didn't imprint it, then it is very logical that it's aggressive, and I would propose to you that you do a coaching with me or multiple coachings, because I can't possibly explain in one live stream what you need to do in order to correct this behavior. You can always contact me at my email address. I will quickly type it for you. If you want a coaching, I offer them. Um, it's a video coaching, and for 1 hour I charge 20 euros, which has to be paid before the coaching with PayPal. So if you're interested, you can always contact me on my email address. So if you haven't imprinted your owl, then it's very logical that it's aggressive. If you have imprinted your owl, then it probably became aggressive because you did something wrong during the training. But in order to tell you what you did wrong, I would have to do a coaching with you, because, you know, I have to ask you a lot of questions about how you raise your owl. Dark Magic says, I am from Saudi Arabia. Every summer is always very hot. Sometimes the heat is crazy. Yeah, I can imagine. It's like, I don't know, 50 degrees Celsius in Saudi Arabia. I wouldn't be able to handle it, honestly. Fahed Sayed says, can Lucky come back on its own to its house if it's let free? In theory, yes. She would be able to find her way back, but it's not guaranteed. It depends. My mentor has lost his owls on multiple occasions, and they always came back. I think it depends from owl to owl. But he went on walks with his owls very often in the neighborhood, because he earns money doing walks with his owls. He invites people to come with him, and they can put the owl on their arm, well, on the falconry glove. And yeah, he asks like, I don't know, 10 euros or something per person. So, but because he does that, I think the owl has learned the way back home. And I don't know if Lucky would be able to do that, because I do go on walks, but we usually leave by car. We go to a forest by car, and then we take her out of the car, and then we go on a hike. So I am not sure if Lucky would be able to come back. If she wouldn't go too far, she would totally be able though. But if she would fly far away, I don't know. Hi Teddy, welcome to this live stream. Oh, Owl asks, is it Lucky with one O or Lucky with two O's? It's Lucky with two O's, but you did not add an E at the end. I will type it for you. It's actually like this. Lucky, Lookie. Melissa says, yes, it's spring here in Australia, and I hope autumn has been well. For you, has been well. Well, it's not autumn yet. It will be, I think, the 23rd of September, if I'm not mistaken. Wolfie says, I used to think that owls are easy to keep, but now since I learned owls need lots of care, large requirements, and a large amount of space, but they are a large investment. Yes, they are. JLo says, Oscar is a rescue owl that I have been so blessed to have. He was a nightmare until I realized he had a phobia of gloves, so I hold him on my arm. Now we also go on bike rides, shopping, all sorts. That is so cool. That's awesome. JLo says, all of these things I learned from watching you and a lot of hard work from Oscar. Wow, that is so cool. I am so sorry that Luki keeps screeching, you guys. She has eaten one-day-old chick, but I think she has forgotten that she has a second. Maybe she needs to throw a pellet, I don't know. Hi, Monster FH. How's the drawing going? Have you made some new art? Dark Magic says, I have cat. My brother rescued him from the street and he named him Coffee. Oh, that is so cool. That is the coolest name ever. Is it because does the cat have the color of coffee? Melissa says, oh, that's fair enough. I'm so not good with when seasons start in different countries. Me neither, Melissa. I don't even know when it starts in my own country. Wolfie asks, has Lucky ever bitten you? Yes, she has. Um, yes, she has, because she does have days when she is in a bad mood. And if I don't get it right away, she will definitely bite me. But it doesn't happen often. Like, I have her for about 8 years now, and I think it has happened twice, tops. So, Monster FH says, I was quite busy and my tablet didn't work, but now I repaired it, so I'm gonna get it finished. Cool. I'm curious. Teddy says, hi, Luki. Teddy says that I need to tell you that he said hi. She says hi back. Wolfie says, how long did it take you to tame Luki? Well, I didn't quite tame her because then it would mean that she was wild. She's a bred owl, so I got her when she was 5 days old, or even 3 days old, I think, and her eyes were still closed. So what I did is I imprinted her. The first time she opened her eyes, the first thing she saw was me. So now she thinks I'm her mom. And yeah, I spent a lot of time with her from since she was only 3 days old. That's called imprinting. It's a bit more complicated than that, but I'm just giving you guys a short version. And that's how I tamed her, if you will, but it's not really taming, it's imprinting. It took me about, let's say, 4 months. But I mean, she was tame right away, but like the training, it's a process. The training is a process, and there are different stages in the process, different phases. Like, for example, when your owl is a super tiny baby, you don't need to train it to accept being touched on the talons. But from the age of, I don't know, 1 month or so, you do need to start doing that, because that's the time when it becomes relevant. So there are definitely different phases, and I would say that it took me about 4 months. But after 4 months, the training still continued, though, because that's when we started flying training. That's when I taught her to eat on the glove, to stay put on the glove. So maybe I should even say that it took me 7 months, because after 4 months she was imprinted, but the flying training only began later. Al asks, why is Luki screeching so much? I don't know. I think because she's hungry, but she already ate one-day-old chick. I think she needs to throw a pellet. Yeah, and maybe she also wants attention, but I don't think so. I think she's still hungry, but she needs to throw a pellet. She fasted yesterday, so she might be a little more feisty than usual. Oh, Wolfie says the weather in England sucks. Ah, sorry to hear that. But you're not alone. Melissa says, how's Lucky been coping with the aviary now that she's been there for longer? Yeah, she's doing great. She's not being territorial anymore when I enter the garden, so that's cool. And I'm going to take her out of the aviary today, I think. I think I'm going to keep her inside because it's becoming pretty chilly at night, and I don't want her to get sick, so that's new. Monster FH says, also, I lost the design, so I am making a new one. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. JLo says, oh, Lucky, it's all your fault. I fell in love with barn owls. Dark Magic says, you what funny coffee like go outside sometimes and he attacks another cat. I keep thinking coffee is act like dog guard. I don't know. I was hoping try and be friends to other cats. Okay, I don't get that comment quite well, but I think I get what you're saying. You're saying that you wanted your cat to be friends with other cats, but it's not really working out. I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe the cat will do better in the future. Maybe it just needs some time. I don't know. Melissa says, I'm glad she hasn't been very territorial anymore, and that's understandable to bring her inside more often because of the cold weather. Wolfie asks, have you ever had a cat, Elke? Yes, I have. When I lived with my parents, we had 3 cats. 2 black cats called Flodder and Sylvester. They were brothers, they were twins. And one cat that we saved from the streets, it was a Persian cat, and it was really sweet and fluffy. And now my parents have 3 new cats. One that they got from the, how do you call it, the asylum? Also a rescued cat called Suki. Sorry that Lucky is screeching. So I was saying that the new cat is called Suki, and then they have 2 other cats which are brother and sister. Hi Jack Leonard. Lucky is making a screech noise right now, and it's because she's hungry, but she's not eating her second one-day-old chick. I think it's because she needs to throw a pellet. Yeah, did you see that? She just opened her beak, and that's the typical opening I see when she needs to throw a pellet. So that's the reason why she is still screeching, even though she has a one-day-old chick laying right next to her. Wolfie has a German Shepherd called Fiesta. That's so cool. Dark Magic. Backup is in the garden. I hope it's not raining anymore. It stopped, so I put him outside. I do not want to put him inside when Lucky is sitting on the floor because he's way too hyper for that and Lucky will feel threatened. So if I would do that, this live stream would be a total mess, I promise you. Al says, when it gets really cold, does Belgium law allow Lucky to live inside? That's a really good question. I think that the Belgian law does not allow it, but the thing is, the people who make the laws don't know anything about falconry. So the problem is that they did not keep in consideration that there are a lot of captive owls that were purchased before they made the law, because the law is pretty new, and they forgot that the owls that were living inside for all of those years cannot be put outside during winter without being in danger. So I don't know if the law allows it, but if I would receive inspection at my house, I would explain to them, and I hope that they are gonna be logical about it, because otherwise, you know, if you're just being strict just to be strict, what's the point? I mean, they made the law to protect animals, so I'm assuming that they don't want my owl to die, you know? I don't know, Jack, why owls are illegal in the USA. Wolfie, the weather here in Belgium is very rainy. It's rather chilly and it's raining like the whole time. It did stop now, but it might start raining in a few minutes again. Yeah, Monster FH, I would love to see a new set. Yeah, Chris, I know, Lucky is super noisy. Melissa asks, Elke, how long does it normally take for Lucky to throw up a pellet? Well, it when she has eaten, it can last up to 3 hours, I think. JLo says, do you need an A10 license where you are? I don't know if it's an A10 license, but it's called a CITES license. So it's not really a license because in Belgium you don't need a license. It's more like an official document that proves that your owl is a bred owl because it's illegal to own a wild owl. So you have to have a CITES document to prove that your owl has been bred. Dark Magic asks, did Backup learn how to swim? I remember one of your videos, Backup was afraid to swim. Yeah, Backup can swim now. He still is a bit afraid in the deeper water, but he does swim. He can totally swim. He's just very smart. He will avoid deep water, but he totally swims when he has to. Jack Leonard asks, will that type of owl try to kill a cat? Yes, it will try to kill a cat if the cat is threatening the owl. However, if the owl doesn't feel threatened, it will not attack the cat. My barn owl, I mean, if you mean that type of owl, if you mean a barn owls do not hunt cats. Cats are way too big for barn owls to hunt. Wolfie asks, has Lucky ever had any illnesses? No, she hasn't, and I'm very blessed that she hasn't gotten sick. She has never had any illnesses. I've never gone to the vet with Lucky even, so that's a good thing. Chris says, because native owls are protected by the Migratory Bird Treaty. It's a federal protection for all native birds of prey and any native birds. Well, yeah, that's actually a good thing. I know it's sad for people who want to own an owl, but it's actually a good thing for the species. Monster FH, oh, you sent the drawing. Thank you. Where did you send it to? Facebook, email? Yeah, Melissa, 3 hours to throw a pellet is quite a long time, I know. Hi, Gizmo's mom, welcome to this live stream. Wow, Wolfie, is it true that if you have an exotic animal in the UK, you have to pay 400 to 1,000 pounds a month? Every month? Are you crazy? Who can pay for that? Who can pay for that? Oh my god, that's like rent. That's like house rent or something. Oh, Gizmo's mom says that it's not true. I'm just gonna quickly check my Facebook because Monster FH sent me art. And I love her art. She's awesome. Go check out her YouTube channel because she has some cool videos. She's really talented and she's super young, so yay. Let's see. Oh, I like it. Oh, and it's in purple, my favorite color. How did you know? I love it. Can I use it for t-shirts? Oh my God. Robert is looking at me like, aren't you exaggerating a little bit? No, I'm not. It's awesome. Thank you so much. I do have to check if the pixels are enough quality to use it on shirts because the drawing needs to be of a certain quality. Uh, I'll just quickly check. Oh, it's great quality. Oh my God. It's not transparent, but I can put it on white shirts. I love white shirts. Oh my God. Well, that is if I'm allowed to use it. Let's see. Oh, this is just a sketch. Okay, I'll wait for the final version then. Wow. What's the final version gonna be like? I like this one already. Oh, Pharaoh says, I'm surprised Oscar hasn't kicked off at Loki. He normally watches on telly. That's so cool. Guys, I think I'm going to leave you guys because um, Loki is very screechy and I'm afraid it's gonna drive Robert insane. And to be honest, it's kind of driving me insane. Wolfie says dangerous wild animals can only be kept if they create no risk to the public and the keeper safeguards the welfare of that animal. Yeah, that's logical, I feel. Oh, thank you, Dark Magic. Oh, Loki is kind of falling asleep, I feel. Yeah, she's gonna throw a pellet, definitely. But I don't know how long it's gonna take her. I feel like it's gonna come pretty soon, but I don't know. Oh, I think she's about to throw it. Is she gonna throw it or not? Now I'm curious. Yeah, JLo, definitely add me on Facebook and send me pictures. I love it. I'm expecting Lucky to throw a pellet any minute, but I don't know. Okay, guys, it's getting pretty late here. So if you don't mind, I'm going to leave you. But I will do another live stream soon as possible. I'll try to give you guys a heads up on my Instagram whenever I do a live stream. So if you haven't added me on Instagram, you can always do so. I'll put my Instagram handle here. Just a sec. Melkske. That's my Instagram name. So if you wanna get a heads up when I will do a live stream, then add me on Instagram. Oh, you want more hula hoop dancing, Chris? That is so cool. I appreciate it because I love sharing my dances. I was actually planning on sharing some clips of my hula hoop training. So yeah, I will definitely upload that. Thank you for the suggestion. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I know, Monster FH. Luki is always screaming when I talk. Oh, this was Owl's first live stream. Congratulations! I will do a new one soon, so don't worry. Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave you. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Lots of love back, JLo, and everyone else. Bye!